Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Jenny from Inmysparetime Crochet. I love all things crochet and yarn. Now, in today's video, we will be most certainly looking at week 1 of Crochet Roulette 2025. I will show you what I made, as well as showcase the work of the lovely people that either emailed a picture to me or tagged me on Instagram. So I will be able to show you those makes as well. We will be doing the spin for week 2. Well, it's already been done, but I'm just going to show you the results for week 2, and then we will learn what our theme and what our color is for this week. I'm going to pop that at the end of the video, because before that I have quite a lot of makes to show you, including a pattern test. So grab your cuppa or your wine, whatever it might be, or your work in progress, and just pop me on in the background, and let's get into this week's video. So I think I will start this week's video with my pattern test, which was for Kelly at Pawgy's place. I've tested for her before, and she's great to test for. Her patterns are so detailed. I'm sure that many of you have made a Pawgy's place pattern, at least one before. Now this one is the Christmas Critters Glow Up pack. I think I got that right. It's a little bit of a mouthful there. And it is a series of 12 little patterns. We each had to do 4 animals, or 4 critters at least. I did the elf, Santa, Mrs. C, and the festive cranky critter, which is also kind of has a striking similarity to the Grinch, but we'll start with that one. So this was the festive cranky critter. These guys work up really quickly. There, along with the 4 patterns that I tested, there is also just the plain cranky critter without the hat. There's a penguin, a plain reindeer, there's a Rudolph, a snowman, a black bear, a white seal, what have I forgotten? And the brown bear and polar bear. So yeah, a lot of different makes there. You get a lot of bang for your buck in her pattern packs. So there is the festive cranky critter. Here is the elf. They're really, as I said, they're really quick to work up. Even though there's color changes, it's still I think maybe about 20 minutes, around about. I think they worked top to bottom, and you come back and you surface crochet on, I guess, the brim of the hats. But honestly, really great instructions, a lot of detail as always. We have Mrs. C here. She was probably a toss-up between her and the festive cranky critter as to who was the quickest. But yeah, very good instructions and easy to follow. And probably my favorite, Santa Claus. Really love him. Now, for all of these makes, except for the green, I actually used one of Spotlight's new yarns, which I should have grabbed. It is the Jolly Joy Velour, and a couple of us have been messaging about this yarn. It's one of those brands, I guess, that come and go, basically. So if you miss out on it, then you miss out on it. It's come out very early, considering Christmas is still 4 months away, or just under, I guess. But it is really soft. It was beautiful to work up, and it, other than the red, the white, the kind of like skin color there, other than that, you also have a beautiful green, a beautiful dark brown, and another brown. Now I'm just trying to see if they have a name for it. Oh, gingerbread is that color. Gingerbread, chocolate, Christmas green, Christmas red, no surprise there, and obviously white, and what's this one, beige. They're really great. I think I paid $6 a skein, I'm pretty sure, and there was a sale, but I'm just not too sure if the sale was on the yarn, and I forgot to check my receipt. That worked beautifully with this green, which is lorikeet from Patty's Plush. So a very, very similar consistency to Patty's Plush if you're here in Australia and if you're lucky enough to use that yarn. So that was my pattern test for Kelly. Now, I believe the pattern is going to be released in the next day or so. So keep your eyes peeled for that in case she runs a sale. But lots of patterns, as I said, lots of detailed instruction as always. And I think they look really, really cute. I think I'm going to gift these to one of my daughters who is Christmas mad and has kids now. So I think, yeah, I think she will love having these as part of her decorations. So we did that pattern test. I also did, now one of the main things I'll show you when we do Crochet Roulette, because I did design a pattern this week and that was for week 1 of Crochet Roulette, but we'll get to that. During the week at work, over maybe 2 days, just picking it up at break time, I made another drift, octopus, the crochet carpenter, you know the drill. I've made a number of these now and I finally, I think, got the eyes in the right place. So these ones I did just embroider and yeah, they just work up so well. I love them. This is actually a skein from Portercraft, funnily enough. It's just a blanket chenille. I think from memory I used a 6mm hook, and yeah, there was only one, there was no more colorways other than this one when I grabbed it. I cannot recall the price, but it was a pretty good price. So, and it worked up really, really well for this drift. So that's just another one to have in my stock for when they sell at the collective. Now next, I will show you these. I have been wanting to make some of these dangly bananas for quite some time because I see a number of people making them here on YouTube. So I finally did and I love them. I love them. They worked up really quickly. I cannot recall exactly. Maybe 25 minutes, half an hour from memory. I can't quite recall, but I gave them cranky faces. This is a pattern by Lil Crocheted Things on Instagram. It's a free pattern. I have used Patty's Plush and I just think it worked up really, really beautifully. The colours are great. The yellow is Honey Eater. And I get the brown wrong every single time, so I'm not even going to guess because I get it wrong every time. It's Bandicoot or Wombat. Yeah, but I really, really love them. So I'm looking forward to popping them down to the collective and seeing how they go, because people that make them usually have a lot of good things to say about them. So I am happy to tick that one off my list. Now, the other things I made just this morning, actually, I've bought a few patterns over the last few days. I'm not going to lie. I'm not sure how many, but I've bought a few. Now, these patterns are by Ollie's Crochet, and it is her Silly Birds pattern. I watch her videos on YouTube and I've been watching the whole process of her designing them and whatnot, and I just could not resist it, honestly. So I made the goose, obviously, and a flamingo. There is instructions to do a mallard as well as a chicken, and I will just show you the front cover. She also did one that looks, I guess, a bit like a baby emu in here. So adorable. So adorable. I weighted mine. I did put some poly beads in there, and like not much because you don't have a lot of room to play with there, but I really like this pattern. I think they took me around 25 minutes, but obviously the more I make them, I'm going to get quicker. So I just love them. I really love the beak that is surface crocheted on, and it's really easy and it's really quick. It's worked from the top down. I have used Premier Basics chenille for both of these, and I used a 6mm hook. I love them. And yeah, as I said, they are weighted just a little bit. So I'm looking forward to making the mallard, and also seeing if I can find some yarn that might work for the emu or ostrich looking one. And of course a chicken. I do need to do that, but a really quick make, great pattern. Yeah, I can't fault it. So I'm very glad that I did get that pattern. And being small, I think they will do probably quite well at the collective. I just need to work out how I'm going to price them. And the final make before we start to move to the crochet roulette are spiders. Now, I do usually make the jumping spiders, the pattern by Handmade by Nicole, and I really like that pattern. I love it, actually. The only thing that is a little annoying is changing colors for the fang, but honestly, it's not that big a deal. But I had been seeing these spiders a lot, I guess, on my Instagram, and I just really liked that it was something different. It's a free pattern. It is by Darling Maple Designs. You can either watch the tutorial on YouTube, which is what I did, or it is free on her blog. Now, this is the one that I made first. I absolutely love this color, by the way. I'm pretty sure it is Cuddly. Yeah, it's Zaddy Crafts Cuddly. It's a beautiful, like a rust color. So this was number one. His legs are kind of going a little bit all over the place. I really like how this pattern is worked up. You make the thorax first, then you start making the head and you join it. It's completely no-sew. The longest part is the legs. I can't lie. The longest part is the legs. So you're obviously chaining and then working back. For this yarn, now she recommends, well, she states that she works into the back bump of the chain, and I did that for this one here, but it slowed me down. It slowed me down because this yarn is really soft, and it was harder to find the back bump. So it really did slow me down to the point where, and I was whipping through it until I got to the legs, and I thought, how good's this? But the legs really slowed me down. So in the end, it probably took me at least 50 minutes. I would say at least 50 minutes, but I do put that down to, yeah, the trouble with the legs. But I do really like this pattern. I like that there's no other colours, so I'm not having to change colours. I just like it. And I think I did see someone actually make a black one with a red back for a red back spider for our crochet along, which was cool. But yeah, that was number one. So then I decided to try a different yarn, and I really like how he looks in this Aldi variegated yarn. His legs have a little bit more of a mind of their own. They're curling a bit more, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. But I think it's just because it is soft as well. I didn't bother going into the back bumps for this one. I just wanted to finish it quicker, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But look, I do think it still looks really great. Anything variegated in the way of spiders, actually not even just spiders, anything variegated down at the collective seems to go very well. So that's probably why I did lean towards using this for the second one. That one was quicker. I did make a mistake and had to frog the last 4 legs. So even with frogging, it took me about 40 minutes, I think. So definitely much quicker. And if I hadn't have made that mistake, it would have been even quicker again. But really, really like that pattern by Darling Maple Designs. I think, excuse me, I think obviously if you made it in a blanket yarn, it's going to be even bigger again, and I think you'd really get your money's worth out of it. So love that pattern, and I do think I will be making more. Okay, we will do one more make before we go into Crochet Roulette. And this one is something that I made this week, but it also is part of Crochet Roulette as well. Now, when we announced last week what our theme and our colour was, I did have lovely Stacey from Stacey Makes here on YouTube reach out to me and ask if I would like to make her Cami the Koala pattern. So, of course, I said yes. Now, I had already planned what I was going to be doing. So this is, I guess, a bit of an extra make for the crochet along, because being a koala, it was an Australian animal, so it had to be done. So here we go. This is Cami the Koala. Now, I did cheat a little bit, and I only did, I mean, it's a fair part of the make, but we have variegated overalls, and it is cheating a little bit, but it was my second make. I stuck to it fully for my first make, which you will see in a moment. But lovely pattern. I'm just going to get my cow and alligator to compare for you. So Cami is part of Stacey's fancy pants animal collection, I guess. She has quite a number of them now. And if you may recall, I tested Gale, the gator, for her. And then I bought the pattern for, I want to say Betsy, is that right? I'm not too sure. I bought the pattern for the cow, and for both of those, I believe I did yarn under, yarn over. And so they turned out almost the same size. So, but for this one, I decided that I was going to just do yarn over like normal, and I was very interested to see the size difference, and there is quite a size difference. So, I mean, obviously if you mainly compare the bodies, because I think the bodies probably all have a very, very similar stitch count, and yeah, there's a very big difference there. So that is interesting. And when I make more of these guys, I think I will actually do yarn over just to get a little bit more size from the end, like for the end result. But anyway, but that was Cami was really fun to work up. Thank you so much, Stacey, for sending me that pattern. That was very thoughtful of you. And I think anything koalas does really well at the collective. So I think that's where Cami is going to be heading for sure. Now that does bring me to my week 1 make for the Crochet Roulette 2025 crochet along. hosted by Tracy at Travel Crochet, along with 8 other, including, and as well as myself, 8 other YouTubers. And yeah, we're having a great time. We have a great little chat going, and yeah, it's just a lot of really nice people. Before I forget, because I might forget, make sure I will have all of their channels listed below. Make sure you go and check out their makes. I don't have their pictures to show you, so I would encourage you to go and check out their channels and see what they made, and as well as the makes of the people that sent them pictures. So yeah, go and check them out. Now, I decided, I don't know why I do this to myself, because it's not like I had a lot of time, but I decided that I was going to design a pattern for this week. So I was originally thinking of a quokka, but I changed my mind. I changed my mind, and then I decided to do a wombat. So for those of you that are not Aussies out there, you may be wondering what a wombat is. So I'll have a little picture on the screen here. It is a marsupial. It is a marsupial that is native to Australia, of course. They weigh anywhere between 20 to 35 kilos, which is 44 to 77 pounds. And little fun fact, I used to work at the Australian Reptile Park, which is quite a well-known place here in New South Wales. This was the original site, not where it is now. And I once had a wombat chase me, and one of the other fun facts, because I went to ChatGPT and asked it to give me 5 interesting facts about wombats. And one of them that it gave me is that they are fast for their size. And I 100% concur with that, because I had one chasing me and trying to crawl up my legs, and my gosh, it was definitely much faster than it looked. And he was a big boy as well. So again, the whole weight thing, it's a thing, and it's real. Another fun fact is they have cube-shaped poo, in case you were wondering. And why do they have cube-shaped poo? Well, apparently they're famous for it, and it helps it from rolling away. They use it to mark their territory, and the unusual shape helps it to stay put on a sloped surface. So there you go. They have a backwards facing pouch, and it opens towards the rear. So there you go. It prevents dirt from getting into the pouch when they dig, and they dig a lot. Yeah, they are excellent burrowers. They have a tough rear end, and it serves as a defense mechanism. If threatened, it can dive into its burrow and block the entrance with its behind. There you go. Interesting. They also have slow digestion, and it can take up to 14 days to digest a meal. So it helps them survive in nutrient-poor environments by extracting as much nutrition as possible. So there you go, a little fun fact about our friend the wombat. Now, okay, so I just kind of, I know what they look like, but I sort of had a picture that I was basing it off. I want it to be fairly small, because I'm moving forward, I'm thinking it might be something that I might actually make to stock in the shop where I sell. So this was prototype number 1. It didn't make the cut, but it was okay for a first go. I wasn't happy with the ears. I felt that they were kind of not facing the right way, if you know what I mean. And I wanted the nose to be a little bit longer, the face to be a little bit longer. I didn't give this guy a tail either. I forgot about that, but he was only prototype number 1 anyway. I was messaging Tracy from Travel Crochet. I sent her the first picture, and then she was very kind. She gave me good feedback, but then I knew that I wanted to work on it a little more. So, and I should add, I know that the challenge for week 1 was variegated, but because I wanted to be comfortable with my pattern first, I made it in colours, natural like colours, if that makes sense. So this was prototype number 2. He has different ears that look a lot more realistic, and his face is a little bit longer, and I gave him a little tail. So he is all no-sew, although you do surface crochet on the ears and the tail, but it's really quick. I'm not going to lie, it's a very quick make. So that was what I ultimately decided on, and I decided that I was happy with it. So then I went ahead and I made it in this Bernat blanket variegated yarn that I have. So here we go. Here he is. I'm really happy with him. I always think this yarn is interesting. It definitely gives the items a bit of a different look, but as far as design, I love the ears. I think they are like perfect for what I was trying to achieve, and I'm quite happy with the shape. I don't know that I'll ever be 100% satisfied with eye embroidery, but I decided to embroider his eyes rather than put safety eyes in, and he's just got his little tail there. So that is my make for week 1. Let's call him Wayne the Wombat. I don't know why Wayne, but anyway, Wayne. Now I am going to go through and share with you the makes of the lovely people that either emailed me or tagged me on Instagram with their pictures. So let's go through and have a look at those. Now, if I'm aware of either these people's YouTube channels or Instagram handles, I will have them on the screen. If not, I won't. Firstly, we have Lynn from Lynn Penguins Creations here on YouTube. Lynn gets involved in anything that's going on. So thank you so much, Lynn. I will have her channel linked below, so go ahead and check it out. And Lynn made a spider. She didn't follow a pattern. She just came up with this herself. She's done it in, now I can't recall if she said it was cotton or acrylic yarn. To me, it looks like it might be acrylic yarn, but she came up with that herself. So great job, Lynn. Well done. And thank you so much for participating. Next, we're going to go with Junda. Now, I hope I said that correctly. I'm not too sure. I really, really hope that I did. And she made this gorgeous, gorgeous snake. Now, she did, with her email, she did send this little story about the snake, and so she didn't say, she said that I don't have to read it, but I'm going to read it. So it says, here it is. Hello, I'm an eastern brown snake. I'm sad because most humans don't like me and are afraid of me. But recently, one of my snake friends of another breed invited me to a party. I was so very honoured, but I didn't want to scare anyone else at the party, so I figured out a way to make my entire skin that of my belly colour to look more acceptable. I promise not to bite anyone. I want to thank my snake friend who invited me, but I can't wait to join the party. Of course, I can't change my characteristic orange eyes with black pupils, but I think that just makes me more lovable. Love to all. So thank you for that lovely little story as well, Junda. She said that she didn't have any variegated yarn to be the colour, to be authentic, but that story just evolved while she was creating the snake. So thank you for getting involved. I know that you're a great supporter of my channel, so I can't thank you enough. Next up, we have Dominique with this gorgeous koala and little eucalyptus leaf there. She's gone variegated for the koala and the leaf, so double barrel there. Well done. Her pattern is from Cuteville Toys, and thank you, Dominique, for getting involved. You did a great job of your little koala there. Next up, we have Sharon, who did this gorgeous little koala lovey. She's used some of the Aldi yarn that I can see there. So it's obviously very popular. We love it. It's really nice to work with. Sharon said that the pattern is by Crafted Mood Store and that it was quite easy to follow, and she just wants to work on her sewing. So I think we've all got things we'd like to improve on, but thank you so much, Sharon, for sending me that make. I think you did a really great job. The koalas were definitely a popular choice for many people. Next up, we have Katrina from Treen's Treasures, and she has made this gorgeous koala. So the koala has been done in variegated, as well as the gorgeous little overalls there. I'm pretty sure that is the same pattern that I usually used, which is the Crocheted by Lila, I believe, and it's a free pattern on Instagram. Beautiful, beautiful work. She's got the faux fur around the ears as well, like I like to do. Wonderful job, Katrina. Thank you for getting involved. Next up, we have yet another koala. This is by our friend Sam, and she is on Instagram. She wasn't, but she has been on for a little while now, so go and show her some love. She is floss_crochet_creations, and she's a crochet machine. She just keeps pumping out the makes every day. I'm seeing something new. She has done this koala. The pattern is by Mum Stitch Eddie, and it looks, I haven't tried that one, so that might be another one that I need to try. She's done a great job, and that looks like it is maybe blanket yarn from Spotlight, if I am not mistaken. Very, very cute, and lovely little photo props there as well. Sam, good job. Next, we have this gorgeous little crocodile. This is by Gemma at Cottonwood Craft on Instagram. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I think she was the one that did it like almost the next day. I'm pretty sure that it was nearly the next day that I saw this guy. Absolutely awesome. I cannot recall whether she noted the pattern or not, but I'll have a look, and if I can find, like if she lists the pattern, I'll pop it on the screen, because it looks like a quick little make and it looks really good. So thank you, Gemma. Next up, we have Tracy from What the Plushie, or what_the_plushie, and she has two makes here. She's got the koala and, oh gosh, not a koala, she's got a kangaroo and a parrot, all in variegated yarn. So again, if I'm able to see the names of the patterns, I will pop them on the screen. But yeah, absolutely wonderful job, Tracy. Well done. Next up, we have this gorgeous kangaroo with little Joey. This is by Helen at Helen Kirkham, and I believe she has just literally started her Instagram, so go and show her some love. Absolutely gorgeous. Looks like it's done in acrylic yarn there, and I just love the little Joey popping out of the pouch there. I think he is wonderful. So great job, Helen, and thank you for participating and sharing on Instagram. Now, finally, for the makes that have been sent to me or that have tagged me, I guess, this is Elaine, and she made this gorgeous platypus. Elaine's handle is Not Happy Crochet, and I absolutely love this guy. I think it's very realistic looking. I love the shape. The colors are great. So fantastic job, Elaine. Thank you very much for participating and tagging me. So that wraps up your makes. Thank you very, very much to the people that got involved. I know some kind of plan to, I know the week gets away with you. There's no pressure. Jump in and out of this crochet along as much as you want to. If you just don't feel like doing that week, don't do it. That's okay. But we welcome you all to join. So I will again, at the end of this, share my fellow creators that are also doing this crochet along with us. Be sure to go and check out their channels to see what they made. I'm going to pop in the video now for week 2 so that you can all see what colour and what theme we are working with this week. So you never know how long to kind of give it before you speak, but by now you'll see that the colour we are working with this week is brown. And now let's have a look at the theme. This one, I don't think you could have picked a more perfect match, really. We have got brown and we have farm animals, so you know, go nuts. Go nuts. I look forward to seeing if we have anyone new jumping on this week. It's just a bit of fun. There's no pressure, but I already have my pattern picked out for this one. As soon as I knew that it was brown and farm animals, I knew straight away. It is one of the newer patterns that I've purchased recently, and it's going to be perfect for this one. So I welcome you all to get involved. We've got the 9 other ladies. I will have it here on the screen somewhere. They will all be tagged below, like I've mentioned. Go and show them some love, watch their videos, and see what other people have made for week 1. You can also hop onto Instagram and just search the hashtag Crochet Roulette 2025 and you'll see a number of makes there. But I think that wraps it up for this week. So I hope that I haven't forgotten anything. I do have a sales report to share with you. However, I think I'm going to leave that. I am actually headed off to the snow in the morning. I have a very, very, very early start. I'm away for almost the whole week with school, and they've had quite a bit of snow. So it's going to be cold, but I think the kids will have a great time. But I'm just not sure how much crochet time I'm going to get in, if any. I don't ski or snowboard. I'll be down the bottom with all the sookie lalas that don't want to do it anymore. You know how teenagers are. I'm tired, my legs hurt, whatever, you know the drill. So I'll be chilling with them at the bottom of the mountain. So I think I will take I'll take some yarn and maybe just make some small things to the point where they just need to be stuffed. I'm not mucking around with taking stuffing or safety eyes or anything like that, I don't think. I think I'll just make what I can, but try and be a little bit productive, I guess, while I'm there and while I'm killing time. But yeah, I hope you've all had a fantastic weekend. I hope you all have a great week ahead. If you want to get involved in week 2 and make something that is brown and that it's a farm animal, go for it. We'd love to have you. Either email the pictures to me or you can tag me on Instagram, whatever works for you. But thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you. And until next time, bye for now.